Section 8.2, interest. Interest is really broken down into two types. Simple interest, which is simple, and compound interest, which is a little more complex, but a little more to today's world the way it's used. Not that simple interest isn't used. It is, just not used as much as compound interest. So I'm on page 397 of our book, and I'm looking at the equation for simple interest that we see there. I equals PRT. I stands for interest. As in, how much interest is something making? P is the start, it's the principal. Called principal. Really means what you're starting with, just as it has before. In the last section we talked about it was the start, so it's the start. R is interest rate as a decimal. Very important to make sure it's always written as a decimal. And then finally, T is time, and time in years. Once we have that, it's a simple matter of putting it together for a problem. So in example 1, it says, if you deposit $500 in a bank account paying 6% annual interest, how much interest will the deposit earn in 4 years if the bank computes the interest using simple interest? All right, so let's put down what we know. We know that $500 is the P value. That's what we're starting with. We know the interest rate. They gave us that 6%. Now, we don't want to write it as 6%. We want to write it as 0.06 for us. And then finally, the time they gave us was 4 years. So now let's put this into the equation. We're looking for I, as in I equals. Our P is 500, so that's 500. Our interest rate is 0.06. And our time is 4. So it's just a matter of putting these together in our calculator. So let's bring up our trusty calculator here. And we're going to say that we have, let's move it so we can see what we have here. We have 500 times 0.06 times 4. And it looks like the answer is $120. Let's go back here and let's say that the answer is equal to, give it context, $120. And we just did our own simple interest. Again, the key being identify the elements. This is an equation. Chapter 8 is very equation driven. What equation is going to be helpful? Here it's the simple interest equation. So identify the equation, put the elements in, calculate.